Pam Keddish with the Keddish Group at Keller Williams.
And I'm Suzanne Starkey.
We are here to bring you our June numbers and what's going on in our local market in Kansas City. So, got some numbers to report to you.
Yay.
So, in May, of course, we had talked a little bit, and I said I'm excited to see what June numbers come out. So let's see how it looks. Okay, So first off, we'll hit a few of the different counties, but let's hit just MLS as a whole. So closed sales for June 2022, we had 4,331. Now in comparison to 21, June of 21, we had 4,804. So we are down 9.8%.
Okay.
From year to year.
Okay.
Now, interesting enough, and I correlate this back to May's recording.
Right, because we were looking for those numbers with the pending.
Correct. We had been talking about the pending sales being down. So May pending sales were down 6.2%. So those numbers are adding up. We were down 6.2 in our pending sales. Pending is what's happening in our future. And then, of course, we're down 9.8.
So it's falling in line.
That is, that's kind of what we expected to see, for sure.
Okay.
Right now, our days on market, they're at 16. So our average days on market are about 16. Okay. Of course, some people are going to feel like that's not true. They're on the market for 20 minutes, And in other scenarios, remember, this is a balance. There's other homes that are still on the market for, 30, 60, 90 days, what have you. Our pending sales right now. So, of course, I always like to forecast. I'm a big forecaster.
Absolutely.
So our pending sales for June 2022 are 4,078. In 21, they were 4,236. So we're down 3.7. So
we're still going to see it keep going down here in July is what we're expecting.
Well, yes, I think so, a little.
Yeah.
But that's a small enough number. There could be some recovery.
Right. But so, if the trend's still going, is what we're saying.
Correct.
That we're going to still see that go down a little bit.
And I'm very interested to see how it looks again in June. It's just I love how the numbers kind of play together. So very interesting data.
Definitely.
I think it's a lot different than what people, especially the people that are kind of watching the market and they're seeing homes fly off the market and stuff. They're like, how is anything down? Nothing's down.
It is.
Yes and no.
Yeah,
so,
it is a little bit.
Yeah.
You can feel it a little bit.
This is what I love. And this is we desperately needed this. And we've been saying this for 2 years now. Our supply, a 6-month supply is an average market. Our supply right now is on average 1.3 months. June of 21, we were at 1.2. So that is a percentage up, an increase of 8.3%.
And so when we're talking about that 1.2, what we're saying is that if nothing else came on the market today, in a little over a month, so 1.2, it would all be gone.
Correct.
Right? That's so when we're saying those numbers, that's what we mean. That's how fast things are still kind of going.
Just a few months ago, we were at less than a 1.
Oh, I know.
That. So these numbers are, even though they don't seem like, it's only point this or point that, that makes a huge difference in our market. When we're talking about, well, why are we in this, we don't have enough inventory. We're only down a couple million homes. Well, look what that did to our market, though. Yeah. It made it crazy.
It did.
So those are all some of those numbers I'm excited about. Everyone likes to know average sales price. So, of course, I want to say that. Average sales price, we're at $357,000, $395,000. Difference in June of last year, $318,000, $229,000.
Oh, okay.
So a difference of 12.3%.
Yeah,
so still a lot of that. And again, that's not something that we're anticipating to change. We've been saying that. That's a difference of over 12% appreciation.
That's good.
We are not expecting that year over year anymore. No. We are expecting to go back to the more balanced 3-4% or so, but nonetheless, it's still expected to appreciate.
Absolutely.
So that's Heartland MLS as a whole. Okay. I'm going to hit Johnson County numbers just real quick because I know we have a lot of questions about that. Closed sales, on average, we're down about 8.4%. Okay, so pretty much in line there. Our supply is at 1.1%. We're exactly the same as to where we were in June of 21. So
and I would say in Johnson County, when I'm taking my buyers out, that feels about the same.
Yeah, I would agree a little bit. I feel like it's almost a little bit better, but I don't know if just in other counties, my life is balanced a little bit. But yeah, it's about the same as what you can expect for last summer. Average price, I want to make sure we mention this. We are at $491,270.
And again, this is in Johnson.
Just Johnson County. Yep.
Not across the whole.
Correct.
Yeah.
Last year, we were at $442,057.
So we're still up.
Up 11.1%.
Okay.
So, overall message is definitely the market is still moving.
Yeah, yes.
We are still very much needing sellers to sell their homes if they're ready. Again, as always, it's so localized. one area is experiencing, you know, a little higher days on market, and other areas are still getting those multiple offers. And maybe not so much 30, 50,000 over all cash, no inspect, you know, maybe not those crazy.
You're still getting over, but you know as well as I do, the terms and conditions of a contract is just as important as the price.
Oh, absolutely.
When you can minimize the risk on selling your house, then you're still better off. And we're still seeing those terms and conditions whenever we're going out and writing contracts, as well as when we're presenting offers to our sellers. So from a selling point, it's definitely still good. What about from a buyer?
Yeah.
What would the message be to our buyers?
Definitely, you know, communicate with us what your goals are, and we're going to let you know not only like location where, but maybe we can estimate. We do so much with forecasting. We're going to tell you kind of what we're expecting, and let us know early, because if you're like, oh, hey, maybe I want to wait until, you know, XYZ time, we may tell you, hey, we're expecting something that may not be favorable conditions for you or what have you. Even if you're over a year out, that's okay. Call us. Let's start that conversation, get you familiarized with what's going on. That way you can make an educated decision.
Well, and I can tell you too, as buyers, I know people are still conscious of the interest rates, right? But I can tell you, you're seeing some buyers pull out, which allow those buyers that still want to stay in the game. You have less competition, so it's still definitely your advantage. Get in and take advantage of this opportunity, because there's good strategies we can apply for buyers as well.
Well, and that's just it. You know, like we're still expecting the interest rates to rise a little bit. They're not going to have that sharp increase.
No.
People aren't talking about the interest rates as much as they were just a month ago, because you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, this is the new normal now. But, you know, there is still going to be some fluctuation in it. Call us. Let's have that conversation. In the grand scheme of things, a mortgage at 5 and 6% is a lot different than a credit card at 19, 20%.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and so there's ways to say, hey, look, what is it costing you to maybe stay where you're at, to do your rent? You know, how much equity are you building on a rental?
Not
none. And then how much, you know, does your 5 or 6% mortgage? Because it may not be as much as you think. And there's even ways to lower those interest rates that, of course, I know we've talked to buyers about.
Exactly. So strategy is the main thing. We always preach about that. Strategy is important. So give us a call. Give us an opportunity to talk to you guys about what it is you're wanting to do. And then we'll see you back here in July and see where these numbers are looking next.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right.